if you do have a regular heartbeat, obviously they do recommend to refill your salt stores, but also get checked up by the doctor, because it sometimes doesn't mean salt. It can be other things like blood pressure. What's up YouTube, Stephen here from CarterFitness and Nutrition. This video will be based on common signs that you are low in electrolytes. So 6 signs that you could be low in salt. But before we go into the video, please like and subscribe to our channel and press on the bell icon for more notifications. And we'll obviously be able to make more videos like this and more entertaining videos, obviously by personal choice and the viewer's choice. Okay, so first of all, what are electrolytes? So electrolytes are basically salt. Okay, so it's salt extracted from water. It could be from underground, or it could be from mountains. Okay, so electrolytes are necessary for bodily function. So for example, muscle function, for general heart function, rotational blood function, skin. Basically, salt is everything. Without it, you won't live, you won't survive, you won't be able to perform. Okay, so let's go into the 6 common signs that you are low in electrolytes. So, common sign number 1, okay, muscle spasm or muscle cramping. Okay, so this is where you start feeling a lot of pain. So like you're walking home, for example, you've done an intense leg workout but you haven't refilled your electrolytes. At this point then you start having that pull in your quad. So that pain, that is what you call a muscle cramp. Now that is caused by the lack of salt. To deal with that, obviously you consume some electrolytes or you eat a meal high in salt. Okay, so this is really common, obviously, when it comes to people lacking in salt. Unless you're one of those people that eat a ton of junk food and go out and eat like McDonald's or something, then obviously you possibly will be in a salt deficit. So you gotta keep in mind to hold on either electrolyte supplements or have like some Himalayan salt in the background or something, like displayed in one of the old videos. Himalayan salt is very important and it's also healthier than sea salt, so it's actually a good alternative. Remember to grind onto your meals. Just be sure to obviously add it to every single meal. I recommend between 8 to 15 grinds depending on your sweat glands. If you have higher sweat glands, then I'd recommend more. If you pee often, I recommend more. But if you don't pee too much and you don't have excess sweat glands, then just have a normal amount of 8 to 10 grinds. Okay, but other than that, if you start muscle cramping, remember, pick up the salted rice cakes or grind some salt or take some electrolyte supplements. Just be sure to have them as soon as you cramp, because then you know that you've refilled your electrolytes. Symptom number 2. So this is sign number 2, and that is dizziness. Okay, so this is where you feel dizzy. This is where things start moving around or going in circles, like you're in space, you're in a tornado in the Wizard of Oz. You could be in it, you could dream of being in Oz and visit the Emerald City if you want, that's your choice. But dizziness, so this is where you start really feeling that, not fatigue as such, but more like, you get up and you're like, oh god, I don't know where I'm going. I gotta go out the door. You walk into the door ever so slightly, okay? So dizziness can occur obviously when the salt is low, however not as low as muscle cramping. Okay, so this can happen to, basically you've peed throughout the day, you've skipped 2 meals without salt, for example, you've been out, you've done your workout, but you haven't refilled your salt stores, but yet you still haven't got that muscle cramping yet. Dizziness can happen before that, okay? I used to lack in salt very much, and dizziness used to be one of my main symptoms. It's a very common symptom in people that have low in salt, so just be sure to keep your salt up to prevent any kind of dizziness. Number 3 now. Sign number 3 is a really crucial one. If this does happen, I do recommend going to the doctor. Irregular heartbeat. Okay, so this can happen. This is obviously a common list, but however this one is only common to people that don't consume salt at all. So if you don't consume salt, you go 2 days or more without salt, this can cause irregular heartbeat. So this can cause the heart obviously to go a bit more, you know, you got that boom, 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 and then it goes boom, 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 okay? That's a regular heartbeat, so that's when it comes off at that sort of rhythm. So obviously this is where salt is really necessary. It's either a life or death situation when it comes to regular heartbeat. So this is where you've got to really think your salt intake has got to be in that moderate range. Don't keep it too high or too low. Make sure it's moderate just to prevent anything, because too high can also cause a regular heartbeat. So just be sure to keep it in that middle range. Okay, like I said, 8 to 10 grinds per mil, or 15 if you pee or and you have extra sweat glands. So if you do have a regular heartbeat, obviously they do recommend obviously to refill your salt stores, but also get checked up by the doctor, because it sometimes doesn't mean salt. It can be other things like blood pressure, or it could be like lack of other minerals, especially vitamin D, like in vitamin wise, or you could be lacking magnesium. Okay, that stuff is really crucial for heartbeat rhythm. So yeah, just be aware of your heart, most important muscle in the body. Remember, 150 minutes of cardio a week. Keep your salt up, keep your vitamins and everything in check. Obviously that means diet and supplement on the side, but other than that, just be safe. Sign number 4, confusion. So confusion can happen when you're low in electrolytes. So for example, you're like, if you're trying to do like a piece of artwork, or you're trying to do an essay or something like that, and you struggle one moment, you're like, I don't know, you know, that sort of pops in your head, and you're like, I don't know why. Usually I'm instantly answering this, or usually I'm answering this pretty quick. Or someone's trying to talk to you, asking you a question in a job interview, and you get confused, and you fail that job interview because you're confused. That can happen, and usually that's a lack of salt as well. Like I said before, it's kind of like in the dizziness sort of range, not as low as muscle cramping. Muscle cramping is usually within 6 to 7 hours without salt, while confusion can happen within 4 hours. Okay, obviously excluding sleep, because sleeping, obviously your body maintains salt, but when it comes to during the day when you're doing the activities, your body uses salt. Okay, so confusion, if you start getting confusion, look at your salt levels, just think, do I need to supplement on electrolytes, do I need to add salt, or in general, do I just need to grind it onto a meal? Maybe even 4 grinds sometimes could help you, but just be sure to keep your salt intake up, and just be safe and make sure you don't overdose. Sign number 5, in level with dizziness and confusion, is also fatigue. So this is where you feel really tired, you don't feel like doing anything, you feel really like down in the dumps. Okay, this is usually due to salt. Now I had a job before, and I was working obviously in catering, and I was low in salt, and my fatigue levels are so bad I couldn't cooperate with those customers. Okay, and that's obviously not good for your customer service skills. So when it comes to being fatigued, you need to look at your, obviously, you know, water intake. You need to look at your salt. You need to look at, you know, obviously salt when it comes to sodium, but sodium can also mean from different foods as well. You need to have your vitamin D in check, your magnesium, your zinc, vitamin B12, B6, alright, multivitamin in general can be very important. So just be sure, if you're low in electrolytes, okay, you need to make sure you have a moderate range of electrolytes to allow balance of salt in the body. Any kind of fatigue can mean low salt levels. And the last sign, numbness and tingling. Now this can happen from your leg, this can happen in your arm, this can even happen in your back. Okay, you can get it in your face, it depends. Okay, so numbness and tingling, so basically tingling is like pins and needles. Numbness is like you just feel that area, you don't feel any pain, nothing like that. It's like they do like some kind of like cleaning in the gums, for example. Okay, and then you're really numb there, you can't feel it when you're having a mouthwash or something. Okay, that sort of feeling, or if you're leaning on your leg for a long period of time and you just can't feel it when you get up. So numbness and tingling, if you're getting this for no reason, this is usually because of salt. More commonly, there are some supplements out there that can cause it if you're taking it for a long period of time or overdosing it. However, when it comes to salt, you've just got to ensure that you're in the moderate range. If you're too low or too high, the symptom can come on either side. Okay, And yeah, so that's it for this video. Hope this helped. Obviously, electrolytes are very important. You've got to remind yourself of that. Even if it means if you keep forgetting to salt your meals, remember to supplement it, okay? Because it's important. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Please follow our Instagram at CarterFitness90 and follow our TikTok as well. Please check out our website, our podcast as well, which will be displayed on Acast, YouTube and Spotify. Alright, we've got a link for Manic Muscle down below as well if you're interested, and I hope you enjoyed the video.